Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on the Real Estate Podcast. I'm Todd Sumney, the Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart.
And I'm Rich LaRue, Vice President of Corporate Brokerages for HomeSmart's Western Region and the designated broker for the Phoenix operation. And we are glad that you are here today. We've got a fun topic for you.
We do. One of our favorite people in the real estate industry, is Brian Buffini, Dermot Buffini and Company, and they talk often in their training about agents being the chief marketing officer of their business, the chief financial officer, the chief operations officer, the chief sales officer, right?
Yeah, multiple hats.
And all of you are running independent real estate businesses, and the goal of this podcast is to help you run your businesses better, to grow your business, and to be aware of all the resources that are available through HomeSmart or through the industry, and how you can put those resources to work to help you grow your business, run your business. And really, that's what today's topic is all about, ways to help you run your business and grow your business, manage your business as the CFO of your business, and specifically the term, a cash flow solution resource. Right. And so our special guest today, Peter Karpiak. Peter, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Rich.
Really appreciate your help, or really appreciate you being here today. But your company, CB4C, can you tell us how you can help agents be their own chief financial officer, their chief sales officer, and grow and run their business the way that we were just talking about?
Yeah, thank you, Todd, and thank you, HomeSmart, for giving us the opportunity to share our story. I have to go back a bit to answer the question, because when we were looking at this business, which quite frankly 2 years ago we didn't know existed, we wanted to find out more, and we engaged the Wave Group to do some studies with brokers and agents about what they liked and didn't like about the business. And what we found out, that there was quite a few things they didn't like. But we said, if we can fix these 5 things, which were, it's too difficult to get an advance and always know where you are in the process. The rates were too high. It sometimes took longer than you thought to actually get the advance. It wasn't always secure and confidential because you had to go outside to third parties, and you really had limited delivery options. So we said, if we can fix these things, we can provide a superior product to agents to help them. So why would agents need help? And, there's probably a couple of good reasons. One is that, bills arrive on time every month, right? We all get them either electronically or in our mailbox. They come on time. But a closing may get delayed. It may get pushed back for whatever reason. So what do? How do you address the fact that you have a debt obligation, but the money may not be coming in quite on time, right? So that's where we might come in. But we're also finding that a lot of agents advance commissions because they like to invest in their business. They want to get a listing, and to get that listing, they're going to have to do some high-end photography. They may have to do a Matterport engagement. They may have to do other things. People are flippers. They may have to pay somebody for a lead, and they need access to cash. And then one we hear quite a bit is maybe to pay my quarterly taxes. So we have addressed all those issues with our product and can help agents regardless of the need. But it's all about helping them with the cash flow to run their businesses.
So one of the things that we were talking about earlier prior to recording was, the fact that you are a commission advance company, and you quickly corrected me on that because you wanted to reframe my mindset. And I really liked what you did with that because instead of commission advance, you're calling your company a cash flow solution company. And Todd said that in the intro. And that's really what you're focused on, is helping agents manage their cash flow.
Yeah. Yep. I remember our conversation about that. And as I look and as you see my background there, you see CB4C. We originally came out of the gate as commission, that's the C, before the B, for before closing, right? Commission before closing. And we would have people just walk right by us, not pay any attention to us because it was like, uh-oh, there's another commission advance company. And we said, we're really in the cash flow solution business, let's rebrand. So we did as CB4C, and everything we do is about helping agents. Our whole team is from the real estate industry. And we understand what agents go through on a regular basis as 1099 workers with obligations, and we understand margins and brokerages. And so we wanted to address all those things and partner with top brokerages like HomeSmart and be able to serve their agents.
Excellent. So on your website, I noticed that you really have like three options for or three different mindsets, I guess would be one way to position it. And that's instant cash flow, steady income, and IRS payment. Can you drill down, and you mentioned those earlier, can you drill down a little bit further? Or do you have any favorite stories to tell about these three options?
Well, there's always plenty of stories, but let me go through the three options for the audience. The first option is the get your money right away. That is similar in most respects to all companies out in the space. Ours is a little different in that we use real-time payment, RTP. Real-time payment can put an advance in an agent's bank account from when they start an application. They can say, hey, the money is here in as little as 15 minutes. And we don't believe anyone else can do it with that type of speed. Some other companies are now starting to use Fed Now, which is, I guess, the bank-to-bank equivalent of a Venmo or Zelle, and that will be good for everybody. But real-time payment is still faster because it's not dependent on different banking. Our second option is a steady income program. And what that really is designed for is for people that may be challenged in managing finances or that have a team, and people that want to have an advance. Say you're getting an advance of $9,000 and you may want 3 of it this month, 3 of it next month, and 3 of it the following month. We can set it up that way. So you may have people on your team who are not on commission programs and who you pay for digital marketing or postings or some type of administrative work that you need to have money put aside for them. And that program affords them the opportunity to do that. And our third program is an IRS program. And, as 1099 workers, people sometimes forget about paying the IRS on their quarterly commitment. And that's where we come in. We not only can pay the IRS for them with an advance, but we can also fill out the forms for them. And we've had some people that, for whatever reason, they, like a lot of people, I'm actually one of them, that are not really great with technology, and I like to talk to people. So we have people that call us for, hey, can you walk me through my first advance? And while we're actually talking to them on the phone, they're like, I can't believe it. The money just arrived in my bank account.
Awesome.
They're shocked. They're shocked at the speed of that. And what I think one of the best stories I had as an agent, that she was buying a home. I think she had rented for years and she was in the business, and she said, well, I want to buy a house. Can you help me out? Like, well, sure. She goes, well, I have a deal coming in and it's going to close. And we were to help her. And then she says, well, when am I going to get this? It's Memorial Day weekend. You're going to get it today. She goes, well, the banks aren't open, but real-time payment is open. We're open every day. So we can do advances on the weekends and holidays. And we were able to get her that money, and she was able to put that money down as a down payment for a house. So those are the types of stories that make you excited to come to work when you're helping people out.
Wow. I learned something there. I didn't know that you had that the real-time payment capability that you were talking about had the ability to do that literally instantly, even if the banks aren't open. That is quite a powerful story.
So
Yeah,
the deposit post, and there's no hold on it. When you're saying real-time payment, because I'm not familiar with that particular term, that means the bank receiving it.
in the marketing arena, but some of those things had a cost to them, and he wanted to be able to provide his providers with that funding to get going in order to, say, hey, I can do these things and get moving on your listing and help show this home in a way that others can't. So it was just part and parcel of the way this individual operated, and he was using the funds that from upcoming deals to furnish his pipeline and keep it rolling.
Right. Right.
Got to do what you have to manage that cash flow.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that impressed both Rich and I when we were on your website, was the straight communication and the transparency of all of the options in the process. And I think one of the things that you had mentioned was an online calculator. Could you explain that to agents and where they can go to find that and how to use that online calculator to explore this option?
Yeah, thank you. Our website of the landing page at HomeSmart is www.cb4cre.com. And one of the things that you'll see when you get to our website is the fact that there's a rate calculator. We purposefully put that right front and center because we found it very difficult, and still find it very difficult, to get an accurate quote on how much is this going to cost me. And we said, agents want to be involved in revenue generating activities. They don't want to be spending a lot of time trying to figure out how something works or how much it's going to cost or how long it's going to take. So we put a rate calculator right on our front page, and you would just enter in some basic information about the commission and how many days you want the advance from. Do you want it in 14 days or do you want it in 20 days or whatever? And then how much do you want? And it will calculate how much it's going to cost you. So right there. And then whether you want to proceed and you say, hey, that's very reasonable, or you say, okay, that's good. Now I know I can come back here. But it's right up front and it's easy to use. And the other thing we put on our website is, what I like to call the Uberification of America, but on commission advances. And it's a continuum that lets the agent know every step of the way where they are in the process. Because one of the things we found out from the Wave Group was, it's not always easy to figure out, well, where am I in the process? Did something happen, or is it working? Are we good? Well, we have the green light, meaning that step's been completed, the yellow light meaning it's in progress, and the red light meaning it's still to be done. And when they all go green, the money's in your checking account.
That's great.
As we wrap up, Peter, what do you want our listeners to know?
Well, what I think you should all know is that, we only partner with brokerages. Individual agents coming to us, will help them if we have a broker partner. So HomeSmart is our broker partner. They help in the process, and it's probably the area that could delay an advance, and it's a controllable. And I say that to you because people have been designated in the organization to say, yes, this is a real deal. Yes, those are the right commission amounts. And yes, all these contingencies have been met. But we recognize that those people may be doing other things. They may be on a phone call. They may be on a Zoom call or a meeting, and they're not immediately able to get to your advance. If we see that it's hanging out there, we usually will ping them and say, hey, that Todd is waiting for his advance. Can you go in and look at that? And we've made it so they can do it on their mobile application as well as their desktop. So it's pretty easy. The other thing we've done is we assign multiple people to approving that advance. So it's almost like a jump ball. Whoever gets to it first, the others are notified, hey, you don't need to do anything. This has already been approved. So again, it's addressing that speed. It's addressing that transparency, and it's addressing, that customer service of helping the agent get their advance so they can continue to manage their businesses and their cash flow needs. So I would say that. I'd also say that some of you may be interested in seeing exactly how this works. We are very open to conducting a demo for a brokerage, a group of agents. We've done it for individual agents. Here's how it works. We'll walk you through the Hub is our online portal application, and show you how easy it is. And we'll be happy to do that for our agents with our brokerage partners.
Great.
Great.
So, brokers, owners out there who are listening, if you have interest, how would they contact you, Peter?
The best way to do that is through our website. And if you have issues with that, there are names on the website of individuals that can help you directly. But again, the website is www.CB4CRE, as in real estate.com, or you could contact me directly at P Karpiak and that's KARPIAK at CB4CRE.com.
So they should reach out directly to you or on the website if they want to schedule a demo with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
Yep. Great. Well, this has to be a very rewarding profession for you from the standpoint of, I know that you have stories after story of how you've helped agents either grow their business or manage their cash flow and doing it easy. You're providing a great service to our agents. So on behalf of HomeSmart agents and agents nationwide, I just want to thank you for providing this solution when it's needed. So
Yeah,
thank you for
so
being here
pleased to
today.
be able to, on this podcast. And as you're saying that, you know how a lot of companies like ask people, would you give us a testimonial? Will you rate us? We marvel at the fact that after an advance, we hear, hey, I'm going to tell other agents about this. They're willing to help us market our services. They're willing to provide the testimonial.
Well, that says a lot.
Before we're
say a lot.
asked. I mean, what could be better indictment about your business and the overall process than something like that?
Exactly.
Well, and just to be clear, with our audience, in the process of beginning to work with you, we had realized that there were some not very good situations that were going on with some agents that having experienced trying to fill this need, and when we dug into it with the companies that were providing it, it was like this isn't good, and that's where when we discovered you, it's a totally different approach to it, and it's a great service for the agents.
It is.
Thank you for doing it and for approaching it differently.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be a disruptor where you can look at something that's very much needed and provide a good solution in doing so. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate that.
Yep. Well, thank you all for joining us today. This has been another episode here of the Real Estate Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed learning all about CB4C, and one more time, their website address, cb4cre.com, and get in contact with them, with Peter. Go to their website and let us know your comments and thoughts on today's episode. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Give us a big thumbs up if you liked the episode down at the bottom, and do pass this on to your friends in the industry and let them know what they could learn here today with today's episode.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you around.
Okay, Rich, Todd, thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter.
Yep, bye now.
Bye.
Like what you're hearing on The Real Estate? Tell your friends about us. Tell them to check out all of our episodes on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. And don't forget to send any topics you want us to tackle to therealestate@homesmart.com.